Hello, Flatwood here again. Just a short little video on the differences of declination between the globe model and the flat earth model. Okay, let's get the party started. First we'll have a look at the globe model. Okay, this image is just showing the latitude and longitude lines for the globe model. The equator is obviously the 0 degrees for the longitude, and the meridian is the 0 degrees for the latitude. Okay, let's move on to the flat earth side. I'm just going to be using the Gleason's map as it's the most accurate for the latitude and longitude lines. And no, I do not ascribe to any map or model. The latitude and longitudes are actually the same. The only difference is the globe is based on sphere, this one is based on a flat circular map. You could expect distortions on this map from the equator southward because it is growing towards the circumference of the map. Okay, now that we set our references with latitude and longitudes, we can move on to declination. Okay, so here we have the globe. It's just based on the tilt of the earth towards the sun. So in the summer solstice, the northern hemisphere, the declination will be at its maximum, and in the spring it's going to be at 0, and obviously in the winter it's going to be at its minimum. So in other words, where it's tilted towards the sun, it gets hotter. If it's tilted away from the sun, it gets colder. And that is how declination works on a globe. Okay, and the flat earth side. This is actually just the same as the globe. The only difference is where the globe is based on the tilt towards the sun. This is based on a flat plane where the sun is moving its distance relative to the plane. So in other words, based on this in the northern hemisphere, it will be winter where the sun is furthest away from the north, and it's going to be summer when it's closest to the north. And while if it's in the equator side, you guessed it, at 0 degrees declination, so it will be spring for the northern parts and autumn for the southern parts. While I'm sure you're all interested to know how to work out the declination, when and where, well, this link we're going to read through now, I will post in the description box below. Be sure to go through it with your own time so you get to understand it better. But in short, it's literally just saying that it's based on the Earth's rotation, in other words the tilt towards the sun, and that's why you get the different declinations. One thing I do want to point out on here though is the declination angle of the sun is defined as the angle between the equator and the line drawn between the centers of the Earth. And the sun, despite the fact of Earth revolving around the sun, it is easier for the calculations to consider the sun revolving around a fixed Earth. So in other words, even this is based on first assuming it has to be a fixed plane Earth with the sun revolving around. So actually the globe's declination is based on flat. And just pasting the equation, be sure to go and read through the whole thing properly, and well, I hope you guys learned something today, and I hope what you're taking of this is globe or flat, it doesn't matter, both have declination, although the globe declination is actually done off a flat plane.